Welcome into College Football Now. I am Tom Downey, and the first AP Top 25 poll of the season is out. Let's break it down. We'll go from 1 to 25, hit the other team's receiving votes, then come back and break down it all in depth for you guys right here on Chat Sports. Maybe not much of a surprise at number 1. I don't think it should be. The Alabama Crimson Tide. They lead the way. The next two teams are Ohio State and Georgia, both of them getting at least some first-place votes. 54 for the Crimson Tide, 6 for OSU, 3 for Georgia. Clemson, they check in at number 4. And Notre Dame, they are the 5th spot in the AP Top 25. Texas A&M, the SEC dominance in the poll rankings continue. They're 6. How about Utah? Checking in at number 7. College football playoff semifinalist last year, Michigan is number 8. Oklahoma is number 9. You can, by the way, follow our Michigan YouTube channel over at youtube.com/MichiganTV. Oklahoma and Baylor, the Big Ten, they are at number 9 and at number 10. Oregon, the Ducks, they check in at number 11, the second highest rated Pac-12 team. Ahead of USC, they are there at number 14. Oklahoma fans very happy to see the Sooners above the Trojans, I know that much. Number 12, Oklahoma State, maybe a potential hyped sleeper team. NC State, they're there at 13. We mentioned USC. Michigan State, the Spartans, are number 15 in the AP Top 25 poll. The Miami Hurricanes at number 16. The Pitt Panthers, no more Kenny Pickett, but Keaton Slovis. They're at quarterback. They're number 17. Wisconsin, a perennial Top 25 team. I will not complain about that. They're at number 18. Arkansas and Kentucky, 19 and 20, part of the back end of the SEC that kind of has several spots here, including number 21, Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin. They're right there. Do you see the story that they found their punter at a frat house, allegedly? It's kind of funny. Wake Forest, number 22. Cincinnati and Houston are at number 23 and at number 24, while BYU rounds out the non-Power 5 programs here at number 25. There is a bit of a gap in the receiving votes behind BYU. They had 234 in terms of points. The next team, we'll get to them in a second, they had 180. Before we get there, though, I want you guys to shout out your favorite college football team. Let's see who's repping in the comments section right now. I'll make this question the pinned comments on today's video. So if the ad break happens to come here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let us know your favorite college team. Some Chat Sports favorite college teams here. There's Tennessee. Shout out Matthew Peterson. Texas, Jeff, who's got like 8 different college teams. Penn State, which I guess is Mitch's favorite team as well. They're all receiving votes. Iowa, LSU, which was Will's favorite team, no longer. They're all in the top 5 of receiving votes. 5 teams that we typically see, you know, when they're not being terrible, in the top 25. Fresno State, Minnesota, UCF, Purdue, and Mississippi State also receiving some votes. Some more notable college teams here. Auburn has 15. Florida, what a bit of a drop-off from them. They're 14. I remember when North Carolina was a top 10 team last year. Kansas State, Boise State's got 5. This is just based on points. I feel confident at this point these teams are all just getting a vote, a singular vote, or a couple votes there, not above 25, what I mean to say. Air Force, App State, South Carolina, go Cox, UCLA, and then 2 votes apiece for San Diego State, Utah State, and 1 vote. One AP poll voter put Nebraska at number 25 in their rankings. We're going to go more in depth on the top 25 and the receiving votes, but do you want more college football videos? If you do, which I think we all do, I do. I know Harrison Graham, Chase Sr., Tyler Jones, etc. want more CFB videos here on Chat Sports. We got to show the bosses, though. Type me in the comments section right now. Let's go back to the top of the AP Top 25. Alabama, 54 first-place votes. Not unanimous, but a runaway number 1 team in the AP Top 25. OSU was number 2. They had 6 first-place votes. Georgia was 3rd, and that's at least a little bit disrespectful. I know that they lost a ton of talent on the defensive side of the football. I know. Did win the Natty, and maybe it was just the finally miracle run for Georgia. I'm surprised they only had 3 place votes. I thought there might have been some more respect votes. Clemson there at number 4. They had no first place votes, but they jumped from where they finished 14 last year. So voters thinking Clemson is back this year. Notre Dame is at number 5, by the way, the Fighting Irish, new head coach, but a lot of hype around that program right now. Some other programs. Oh, you mean Notre Dame's quarterback? It's Tyler Buckner. They just announced it. Jeremy, nice try. A&M, number 6. There's some hype around the Aggies this year, although we heard that last year and it didn't go that well. Utah is your betting favorite in the Pac-12. Michigan was 3rd in the final AP poll last year. They're number 8. And then 2 Big Ten teams, Oklahoma and Baylor. Some chaos for Oklahoma the past, call it, couple months, I guess, since the season ended. Lincoln Riley, some coaching staff turnovers and very bad words being said because it's still 22 and that happens. I don't know how. But if you want to bet on college football, you should do it with our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code CHAT125 for a 125% deposit bonus when you put down at least $100. There's so much stuff you can bet on beyond the Week 0 and Week 1 games in college football. There are CFP title odds. Maybe not a huge surprise. This was done before, by the way, the AP poll came out. The top 4 in the odds match identically. The top 4 in the CFP. Maybe Vegas knows. Big, heavy 3 favorites. That's backed up in the voting and the numbers. Alabama, OSU, and Georgia. If you want to bet on the Buckeyes and not go with the betting favorite plus 300, risk $10 to win 30. Not too bad from that perspective if you're betting in advance on games, and a lot better odds than you'd get if they do make it to the college football playoff from that standpoint. So OSU 10 to win 30 on that standpoint. A lot of fun odds out there you can bet on, a variety of things, Week 1 games, national title. BetUS has you covered. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code is CHAT125. Gets you a 125% deposit bonus. Back to the AP Top 25. Oregon, they are number 11. AP voters still big-time believers in the Ducks. Oklahoma State, they're not that far behind in the college, in the Big 12 race behind Oklahoma and Baylor. They're number 12. Don't sleep on NC. They're almost a popular underdog pick. They've got a good defense. I like Devin Leary. There's a lot of talent there for the Wolfpack. They are a sleeper in the ACC. USC's got a pretty big range between their floor and ceiling. Like, if they play great, it's Lincoln Riley, it's Caleb Williams. Good things can happen, but USC's also been consistently overhyped every single year for quite a while. Michigan State, by the way, number 15. They finished in the top 10 last year. Speaking of overhyped, who is the most overrated college football team this season? We can't say Texas. Texas is not in the top 25, so I don't think we can put them in. I think you have to be in the top 25 to qualify from that perspective. I am sure there will be a lot of Notre Dame votes because that's how it always goes. Maybe Miami, a bit overhyped. They bring in Mario Cristobal. I like Tyler Van Dyke a lot, though. Hurricanes check in at 16. Maybe they're finally back, unlike, Florida State. Pitt is number 17. No more Kenny Pickett. We'll see how Slovis fares this year. And then just a steady, reliable, consistent football team in Wisconsin at 18. Arkansas could be a fun through pick. I know we got my boy Trace is giving me the fist pump in the background there. They check in at 19. Kentucky, which is apparently only a basketball school. Shout out to you, John Calipari. They're at number 20. Ole Miss is number 21. Wake Forest is number 23. Hopefully everything's doing okay with Sam Hartman from that perspective. I know he's going to miss some time. Everything positive vibes only for Sam Hartman there. Cincinnati loses so much key talent led by quarterback Desmond Ridder, but they've actually recruited pretty well in recent years. Excited to see how that ends up faring. Houston at 24 and BYU at number 25 to round out the top 25. Then the receiving vote section of the AP top 25. This is the one that matters, right, in terms of the first grouping. So background, it was 234 points because you don't get just a vote for a point for getting a vote. It's staggered. Tennessee was at 180, so a pretty far gap behind Tennessee. 164 for Texas and 163 for Iowa. 160 for Penn State. How about this drop off? 55 for LSU. So the voters as a whole think there are only about 29 teams really worth being in that top 25, minus some more of the outliners. It is not a Chat Sports college football show without this question. Is this the year that Texas finally will be back? Type in Y for yes or N for no, and yes, I will continue to do my Texas is back bit. A win means they're back. A loss means they're not back. Other teams receiving vote, Fresno State had 32 votes, Minnesota had 31, UCF 27, Purdue down there at 17, Mississippi State had 15, by the way. Some credit for Mike Leach, which I always appreciate there. Other SEC schools, by the way, imagine telling someone like 3 or 4 years ago, hey, the Bulldogs are going to be ranked fifth, or are going to be ahead of both Auburn and Florida in the AP Top 25, and none of them will be ranked. Maybe not a good sign for the old regime, I guess, at Auburn. With kind of feel like Brian Harsin is going to get fired after this year, and Florida's new staff, which I think they're heading in the right direction, but they're going to need some time there. Don't sleep on Kansas State, by the way, and I think Mac Brown will have North Carolina overachieving after they underachieved last year. If you have not already, make sure you guys are subscribed. We have NFL videos, NBA videos, and college football videos for you all year long right here at Chat Sports. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe. We'll go quick on these final 7 teams here. I love seeing some of the military schools get some love. Air Force, 4 votes. App State, 4 votes. South Carolina had 2. Go Cox. UCLA, 2 as well. We'll see how Chip Kelly fares this year. And then the final 3 teams, San Diego State and Utah State, all got 2 votes. Probably 2 voters voting them for at number 25. Maybe we'll put them at 24, which I think is kind of weird. And Nebraska did get a singular vote. If you guys love college football, you made it to the end, thank you. You're a real one. Show me you did by liking this video right now.